It's 8:40 a.m. on a Sunday morning in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office receives a call pertaining to a suspicious man walking along the airline highway near the Be Quick gas station with an assault rifle in hand. Minutes later, gunman Gavin Long opens fire upon the arrival of police. 6 policemen were shot, killing 3, while a SWAT sniper ended Long's shootout.
Say George Washington and the Americans fighting against their oppressor, Britain. And we celebrate that. We tell them they're right. You get it? But when an African fights back, it's wrong. But every time a European fights back against his oppressor, he's right.
Shot fire, officer down! Shot fire, officer down!
100% of revolutions, 100% have been successful through fighting back, through bloodshed.
Wait, I need a EMS, code 3 on the south side of the Cannabis Supply. We got an officer down.
0 have been successful just over simply protesting.
I'm hit. Left arm.
He was looking for locations to specifically target police officers. There is no doubt whatsoever that these officers were intentionally targeted and assassinated.
29 years ago, Gavin Long was born on July 17, 1987 in Kansas City, Missouri. At the age of 18, Long enrolled in the U.S. Marine Corps as a data network specialist. He had one tour in Iraq from June 2008 to January 2009, then later left with an honorable discharge in 2010. Long was awarded numerous medals, including the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal. Long has stated himself that his 5 years in the military left him with PTSD. However, a diagnosis was never recorded.
Fast forward to 5 years after his discharge from the military and 1 year after his return from a spiritual 2-year quest in Africa. It is May 2015, and Gavin Long is no longer Gavin Long, but Cosmo Osser Setapenra. Long was seeking a correct name for his involvement with the United Washita Nation, a U.S. separatist group that excuses themselves from state and federal government authority. Long denied his involvement with the United Washita Nation. However, documents have proved otherwise. On July 7, 2016, 5 days before the shooting in Baton Rouge, Long travels to Dallas, Texas, where another shooting involving the police has occurred. During his stay in Dallas, Long posted another one of his Convos with Cosmo on YouTube on July 10, 2016. Long discussed how the protests need to stop and people must begin to take action instead. Gavin's actions began on July 12, 2016, when he rented a white Chevy and drove to Baton Rouge. It's 8:40 a.m. on a Sunday morning in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office receives a call pertaining to a suspicious man walking along Airline Highway near the Be Quick gas station with an assault rifle in hand. Long possessed an IWI Tavor 5.56 caliber rifle, a Stag Arms M4 variant 5.56 caliber rifle, and a pistol. The minute the cops showed up on the scene, Long ambushed them with bullets. 6 police officers were hit. However, 3 out of the 6 hit were killed. Along with those 3 casualties was also Gavin Long, who was killed by a SWAT sniper on his 29th birthday.
Gavin Long's actions stirred up numerous actions that have varied greatly. Most of the attention is not negatively affecting the police in this specific shooting because they did not provoke Long. However, fingers are being pointed at President Obama and the Black Lives Matter movement. Americans became enraged after the president offered condolences but no course of action to fix the issue at hand. Also, the public has placed the blame of the Baton Rouge police shooting on the Black Lives Matter movement because people automatically assume that Gavin is a part of the movement, making it their doing. Members of Black Lives Matter have actively refuted their involvement in the shooting through social media. Not all responses to the shooting that occurred on July 17th have been negative. Masses of American citizens have gathered and proclaimed statements to the police affected that day. The Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, said, "I am deeply disturbed by today's shooting in Baton Rouge. We will not tolerate brutal violence against law enforcement, the people who dedicated their lives to protecting Americans. Our nation grieves with Louisiana today. My prayers are with the fallen officers and their families." The Baton Rouge shooting has been just one of the many examples demonstrating that the United States of America needs to be reunited as one nation.